Okay, everybody, welcome to the Millennium Monday Night Netrunner Leagues, and I'm Nam.
I'm Tim.
And I'm Jeremy.
And today we'll be watching a game between Alex and me. Me being Nam, if you didn't catch that.
This is the Nam.
This is the Nam.
And that's Nam on the right with Valencia.
Yep.
And that is Alex on the left with Replicating Perfection. Yes.
So both of these IDs being very prominent
Yes.
as of late.
I know I've seen some people saying Valencia is the RP killer, so we'll see how this works out.
So
Like when you know you got to do multiple runs to do anything in remotes, that bad pub carries a lot of weight.
really helps. I can't help to say, but I did not put this deck together. I don't normally net deck, but when I do, I net deck the best decks.
Yeah.
So.
And I know Alex always has some spicy stuff in his deck, so I'm very excited to see what comes out of his.
I like what Alex does with his
Yeah.
decks. And he's also, it's been cool over the season, certain players you see, like, make improvements, and Alex has definitely become a more solid player.
Yes.
It's fun to watch him play.
Yes. And it's always scary sitting down across from you because you have no idea what's going to be
You have
coming
no
out.
idea what's coming. He pulls out some weird stuff, and sometimes it crashes and burns, other times it sideswipes you into
Yes.
the guardrail, and you don't know what the heck's going on.
Crashes and burns you instead.
Yeah. All right, that is a good start, I think.
Yes, Desperado in turn 1.
Being that I know this deck you're running, Nam, that's a good start.
Yes. Great start.
Nothing like a good 4-credit dirty laundry. Very nice.
Yep, and then before debating what to do, draw.
Steer that large die over to the deck.
I know it's so heavy, I just want to slide it across.
Whew. I'm just looking at Alex
my.
is flooded.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Alex is really flooded from this perspective.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know this at the time.
I think he's got
Obviously.
4 agendas in there.
And I think that's his entire hand.
It's either 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And then Cerebral Static, which does absolutely nothing against Valencia.
It really doesn't, does it?
No, because the ability is not static. It happened at the beginning.
Yeah.
And Corp already has it, so
Yeah.
yeah, not so good. Good play for me. So now all my runs are really efficient.
Money, breaking ice.
Money in the bank.
Yep.
Oh, this I have a feeling this game's going to be a little brutal for.
Yeah.
Oh, get the
Okay,
crick.
crick.
There we go. That's a
Things
good
just
thing.
got better.
Throw the crick out there.
Ooh, he hangs one out. Medical breakthrough.
All right, for those watching from home, you may not know that Nam is not one of the more aggressive runners in our league, so not the worst move against him.
I.e., Alex is using prior knowledge against me.
Yes.
Oh, that's part. I find that in league sometimes it's almost less the decks we're playing and more
Yes.
the players.
Yes.
Right, exactly. Because we get to play each other all the time. So
Like if you're playing Jason, you don't bluff anything. You don't do that.
Yeah.
Right.
And
He will run
you ice as much as possible.
Yes.
At
Yep.
least minimally protect everything because he's coming.
Yes.
He is coming.
and usually when I kill him like really early, it's usually because I just throw traps in the deck and I'm like, playing Jason, traps done.
Yeah.
So
What's the Architect Flyer?
yeah, well, only one of the
One of the
17.
subs,
Yeah.
Second one. Yeah. Second one's not, especially without anything in the archives.
All right. I asked the die what to do. I'm gonna run on one of those. I just decided which one.
Oh, it's the right one.
Boingo!
Look at
There
that.
we go. Well, here's the thing. Alex doesn't mind that much.
Yeah, because now he can score the other ones on.
If the other thing on the
Great.
board is another medical breakthrough.
Well, speaking of which,
Oh!
Wonderful.
that was a really epic
I thoroughly
play by
enjoyed
Alex.
that. I
Yes.
thoroughly enjoyed that.
I'm getting one of these, whether you like it or not. So now the next one is even easier.
So it's 2-2. Okay.
Yeah.
2-2. Nam has 8 credits. Alex has 2.
Alex has made it a game because of that.
Yes.
So.
And lets him himself in the hand.
Yep, because he's got nothing on archive, so that second one won't let him do anything from over there. Just to clear up real estate.
Yes. Avoiding clutter.
So I like my little pebble tokens. I'm marking stuff like that.
Oh,
No, it's another one!
Okay, so he got ballsy and just started throwing him down.
Sometimes you gotta.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta.
Yeah.
It's
Considering his hand, I understand why he did it now.
having lived with Flood many times in my Netrunner career, I can say that sometimes you just gotta lay it all out there. Hope for the best.
I'm pretty sure that he mulled into that, because he wouldn't have kept it,
no,
obviously.
That's
No. Well, then he drew because he had some ice in hand at the start, and then he drew 2 agendas.
Yeah,
That's just a bad place to be. It's the one thing about this game that can be so frustrating.
Yeah. And that's why I think Jackson really has to exist. I know a lot of people get frustrated that he's in every deck, but without it, it can just get so brutal.
I know.
And I've talked about this. I believe we've talked about this in other commentaries. I don't know if Nom's commentary or what, but the thing with Jackson is it solved a problem that was there, but it did it in a way that I was not expecting.
Yeah.
Like, I was trying to think of different ways. All right, what are they going to give the court that is going to fix some of these variance issues and really help with Agenda Screw? Because I feel like Agenda Screw in Android Netrunner is even worse than it was in the original Netrunner.
Right.
So that flood is just rough. But Jackson does it in such a unique way to handle everything. I really enjoy it.
Agenda.
Which one is that? I can't remember.
It's the genetic resequencing?
Yeah, it's the one that gets you another counter.
That's a 1-pointer. So
it's
5 to
5.
2. 5 to 2. Yeah, it's it could have been worse. Game could be over right now. So
Yes.
Alex pulled one of those out.
Yes.
That's impressive.
Yes.
For where he's sitting right now, he still can pull this out.
Yeah. And I think his hand's clean now, so...
This goes just to show, even in a really horrible situation, Alex played really well, considering.
Second one. Third one.
So here I am, just making a run.
resin?
Okay.
Turn it past Jeremy. Stop being so loud in the background.
From looking at the next 5, feel free to install from hand because you don't have archives.
Yeah, I let him install something from hand again.
Okay.
He does have to pay the cost, so
The second subroutine is you pay the cost.
whatever.
To do successfully, we'll get the data.
Arctic's pretty cool card.
Yeah.
They did a good job with that. I forget which world champion it was, but I know
was
he worked with Lucas.
The
to
first
make that
guy
card.
with Jeremy Zwirn?
Something like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, he did a really good job with Architect.
Yeah,
I like-
that's
I
a
like
really
the
solid
card.
And especially with Architect, like, it's always an ice that's going to be there.
Yes.
Because you cannot trash it once
Yeah.
it's installed.
Yeah, which I forgot recently and felt very stupid about, and then sat there with a parasite sitting on it going, no.
Like, yeah, it matters when there's like if you have a fem or some other
sure.
thing, but I mean, I think, Jeremy, you had a Mimic out, so it did not help.
I had a Mimic, so it wasn't a huge deal, but I was
Yeah.
trying to burn things down and get through stuff, but I just felt like an idiot, because it's like, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot, has that unique effect. I feel like since this last cycle, we're finally getting to that point where there's enough cards that I don't remember
Yes,
all the specific details of
exactly,
every
yeah.
single card,
Yeah.
which I think is probably a good thing, but
Yeah.
it's still just like, oh, that's right, crap.
I mean, even with like a couple of expansions ago, I think the card pool was large enough that you're starting to see a lot more diversity, and even
Yeah.
with the same identity, just seeing a lot more diversity of strategy.
I've heard people complain, I think it was a regional, someone was saying, well, you see what ID you're playing, you know what most of the deck is.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily believe that anymore. I think it's gotten to a nice varietal point.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, this isn't regionals, this is a few weeks after regionals, but I really love where the meta was at, especially
Yes.
for regionals.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
We had
Very
a great
diverse.
mix of IDs and archetypes. It was really a really great place to be there.
I was Silhouette represent.
Yeah, that's had his represent, definitely.
I almost put a counter on that because I thought for a second I was playing Noise. Oh look, it's a red deck. No, I was not playing Grimoire.
We actually had every single Anarch ID.
Nice.
Because there was Max, there was
Yeah. I mean, they're
Edward,
all
there was Valencia,
Eddie
there was
Kim.
Wizard.
Wizard
There
has
was
made
Kim.
a
There was
huge
Eddie
resurgence, yeah.
Kim.
All right. Wow. Yeah.
Eddie Kim and his giant hammer of doom.
Yes.
Lay down the hammer to your operation. I want to see a movie of that. Man.
I don't mind you building anything, but you try to do stuff? No, I don't think so.
Yeah. I like buildings. I don't like ideas. I'm Eddie Kim.
I don't like ideas. Fantastic. Oh, you got the wild pancakes up. Very nice.
Wild pancakes.
When that first came out, I was like, "Oh, this is annoying. It's a 2-card combo. That's fiddly." But it is so good.
I thought the exact same
Yeah.
thing. I'm like, I don't know how good this is going to be, but I slipped in one copy of pancakes into a deck that had 3 wild side, and it's juicy.
It makes
It's
such a
juicy.
big difference.
Especially since it's a deck I've played for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, that 4th click, I'm like, well, what do I do? I can do anything I want. I have another click?
Yeah.
Really?
We sure about this?
So remember my
I feel like
dice
I might be
deck.
cheating here.
Before that came out, I actually put in what's her face to get an additional click.
Oh,
every time.
Beckman.
Yeah, Rachel Beckman, and that was like it simulated just canceling that. But then when that came out, I had both.
Yes.
So I had wild side and 5 clicks. It was so glorious.
By the way, interesting with Beckman, even though we haven't seen her much, I haven't seen her played much. That being said, I remember when Beckman was spoiled, I kept going, oh man, she looks really good, but breaking news is going to break her day.
Yes.
Did you notice something, though? When's the last time you've seen breaking news played?
Oh, I played all the time.
No, I see a lot of NBN still played, but yeah,
No,
NEH.
a lot of NBN played,
Yeah.
a lot of NEH played. Breaking news is in less and less decks.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened,
Yeah.
but it's like Beckman showed up, and we're like, well, we can't play her because of breaking news. Breaking news stopped
Slipped up,
showing
yeah.
up, but no one's bringing Beckman back.
To be
So
fair,
expensive.
in our local, I feel like I'm the only one that's really played Rachel Beckman. Like I've played her.
Yeah.
I never even tried her, because I'm like...
Yeah.
8 credits and then...
Because I knew as soon as I put
Yeah.
it as a deck, all of a sudden NBN be slapping down the other side of the table, and breaking news would just make me cry when I go home.
Dude, just put it in noise. You'll love it. All right, so lots of things have happened. I've blown up some ice and Caprice, and Alex threw down that enhanced security protocol, and Alex has drawn up more agendas, or well, one more agenda. But
I will be honest, I'm surprised the current war hasn't escalated more from
Yeah.
what I've seen.
Yeah.
Because I thought when the runner finally got some solid,
Yeah.
really good ones.
Activist meeting came out.
Oh, Hacktivist and Traffic
Hacktivist
Jam
meeting is
are
so good.
both so good.
Yeah.
But those things came out. I thought there'd be a lot more current back and forth.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen it yet.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll come, but you know.
I've only had a few games where it's been current back and forth. Most of my games, one person gets it out and
Yeah.
lasts for a while, even if the other person ends up running it over, because you're not necessarily running 3 copies of them, or like maybe you don't have them in hand all at the same time. So it's not such a back and
Yeah.
forth.
I usually run 2 copies
Yeah.
of a current.
Yeah. For me, it always seems like the current is like the 50th card in my corp deck, or like the 46th card in my runner deck. I'm like, sorry, man, you gotta go.
It depends on the ID, to
Yeah.
be honest.
Yes.
I feel like certain IDs, the current, and the thing is, there it is. There's the current that I'm always scared of that.
Yes.
Yes.
Because some IDs
Yes.
just get torn to
Yeah.
shreds.
Yep.
My noise deck.
Yes.
If
Oh,
someone
yeah.
slaps that down and I don't have a way to deal with it, I scoop. I have
Yeah.
to scoop. There is no other way. It's like, we can walk through the motions,
Yeah.
but it's just going to be me losing.
Yeah, was that cerebral
Static.
static? Okay, yeah.
That card's scary.
Yes.
Which is why in the long time noise deck I've had, I was running Scrubbed
Just to get rid of.
just to get rid of cerebral static.
Yeah. Right.
I think I actually used the -2 strength of the first ICC once. It was like relevant once.
Yes.
And I had a Crypsis. It wasn't like I needed it. I
Yeah,
needed
it was
it.
just money. Right?
It
Yeah.
was just saving me money, you know?
Right.
Which is fine, but
You know, it works.
Oh.
It works. But
so then I got Hacktivist and
Yes.
Traffic Jam and all this
Yeah.
stuff just come floating. I'm like, oh,
Activist is so
how glorious! Oh, Hacktivist makes me happy.
Yes, especially like in the current state where everybody uses assets. Activist is.
yeah.
Oh, is he going for the
It's a naked remote with 1 card advance and 1 other card.
Caprice gamble? He's got the lucky fingers on the side game. 3 in a row.
One click, spending
So let's see. I'm gonna blackmail just so that I don't have to deal with that ice, basically, and I don't have to spend the extra click because. But I will have to when I
You'll
run
have
on the
to,
remote.
right.
So. What do I get?
Excalibur.
Yeah, I've been starting to see the Grail ice pop up in all sorts of different decks now.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting.
It's a little weaker now because Anarch has gotten so popular that they just parasite it away before it can do anything.
Yeah.
But in the pre-Anarch days, yeah, I had a lot of success with that stuff.
Definitely.
By the way, as we mentioned Parasite, man, Cutlery's day came and went very quickly,
Yes,
didn't it?
Yeah.
Everybody tried it and then was like, no, I'll just use Parasite.
Yeah, Parasite's just...
No, I find with the Cutlery, there was two camps. There was the camp of people going, ooh, and then there's the camp of people going, too situational, Parasite's better.
Yeah.
And then the people that tried it moved away from it, and then you had a big fat people going, told you so! Told you so! I knew! Way back when.
Yeah.
Dude, it was like 3 months ago.
Side game for
Yep.
the game.
Side game for the game.
Oh.
So if anybody who doesn't know my MO, it's basically 1 is 1, 2 is 2, and everything else is 0.
So he rolls the dice to act like it's random, and then always adjusts it anyways.
Except for this time, I actually left it. And then Alex thought that I moved it, but I actually didn't move it.
Oh.
And so...
I always watch your other hand. The one time you rolled it and didn't move it, I just spent 1 because I knew it was going to be 0. I always think that you should do it 0, like 1 is 1 2, 2 is 3 4, 0 is 5 6. Because then you can actually just roll the dice and be random.
No, but see, this messes with a lot of people's heads. And I've actually noticed that. So it actually works out.
It depends for me. With side game, I'm not very good on the corpse side, but for some reason I'm great on the runner side. Even though side game is the odds are in the corpse favor, yet I swear I lose a good 2/3 of him as corp and win the 2/3 of him as runner. I cannot.
That's your variance. You equal out.
Yes.
I do. I really do.
So there you
Somehow
go.
in the middle.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
So,
Good game. That was a fun game to watch.
To be fair, I won that game not out of... I feel like I was very lucky, and Alex was severely unlucky.
You get so flooded early.
Not giving to Jackson.
I thought he put up a good fight.
Yeah.
But you get that flooded early, and
Yeah.
there's
There's
just
not that much
do.
you can do. So it's just like, okay, I didn't really feel like I earned it per se, but I was just like, oh, okay, going through the motions of finishing the game.
Yeah.
And then after that, we had a discussion. Yeah, he told me how flooded he was, and I was just like, oh man, that's crazy. Sorry. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah.
We'll
Take
be
it
back
easy.
next time.
Okay.
Oh.
Take it easy.
See ya.